can't come in and fill in the blanks in terms of project gaps, but here's where we're making our investments. It's transparent process. Clear, transparent, accountable project processes. Sorry about that. Develop annual report card. So, okay, you said you were going to do X. How'd you do? Come back and grade yourself. Or, I'm sorry, a third party come in and grade you. We set up a not-for-profit, the Water Institute, that is our science organization. They come in and they look at what we did. You screwed this up. This one exceeded expectations. You learn from mistakes. You build on the successes. And I urge having a third party do that, because I've seen political manipulation of that process where folks get 100 every year. I noted number 6, move forward with 70 solutions. Communicate honestly. You can't promise, as we say down there, a chicken in every pot. You're not going to be able to deliver everything that everybody wants. So going back to the metric system and the transparent, accountable process on how you made decisions. Proactive versus reactive. Using General Henry's quote, I think don't need to say any more there. Identify double and triple wins. 2 things that we've done we were talking about last night. One is navigation channels. Post-Panamax, you have deeper vessels. Where can we dredge to deepen the navigation channels and then use that sediment to do coastal resiliency projects, whether it's ecosystem restoration or it's some type of dune? Where can you marry those projects together? Another great example, we're doing engineered oyster reefs where we form geometric shapes out of steel cages or other structures, the right shape for oyster reefs, and then we culture or seed the structures to begin oyster reefs on these structures. You then have wave energy that comes and hits these. The wave energy goes up as opposed to into people's homes. You have the oysters that clean the water. You have the oysters that sequester greenhouse gases in their shells. You create habitat for fisheries. People love to go fish there. And once you hit a certain level of biomass of your reefs, you can allow oystermen to fish it as well. Huge opportunities for some of the win-wins. I'll tell you, working with the Corps of Engineers, we've had a lot of trouble breaking down the silos, and of course, in some cases, with other agencies as well. Lastly, delivering what you promised. Once you set those goals, you've got to deliver them. You've got to communicate people with progress, you've got to hit your milestones, and you've got to deliver. You've got to develop credibility, because I think in the future, as Bill and I talked about last night, we're going to have a fundamentally different model on how these projects are developed and implemented in the United States. And that model, I think, is probably going to include a larger role for states than we see today, whereas we largely sit on the sidelines. And so you've got to have the credibility to actually do it. So this is this is South Louisiana today. And with sea level rise, with subsidence, this is 2100, what our state looks like. Now the good thing is I live in Baton Rouge right now, so my trip to saltwater fishing, I mean, it's kind of half. But the reality is that we have 2 million people that live in those areas and amazing importance to the nation. So thank you very much.